Good afternoon, team. I've been I've been hesitating to do this video because it's a lot. I'm gonna try to go fast just to knock everything out and save you from sitting here for a half hour. Real quick, first of all, for ninjas coming in, I'm gonna need people everywhere, but for ninjas coming in, I would recommend everybody bringing a pair of black pants. It can just be your karate pants. Bringing a black long sleeve t-shirt and a black short sleeve t-shirt. The long sleeve you can wear in the maze. You can wear a short sleeve in the maze if you need as well. But definitely a short sleeve black shirt that you can put over your head. You leave the neck hole right here in front of the face, pull the sleeves behind your head, and you got your ninja mask. For the ninja maze, there's going to be a couple different areas we're going to need people. Number one is this. As we start off the game night, or as we start off ninja night, it starts at 6 o'clock on Friday. We're going to have classes going on. The last piece of class will give the kids, as they come in, especially new students, a chance to see some of the advanced belts going through a Scream Mikado, which should be exciting. I may even have them jump in for a portion of it too, just using their open hands. There will be somebody we'll put right outside the door, unless it's raining, but someone outside the door that's going to do a checklist for who is here, so we can keep track of who all made it. We have a little personal student sheet that we fill out for new members coming in as well, so that we can follow up with anyone that is not a student as well. We'll have somebody here at the front counter that will be taking care of anybody paying with cash or paying the day of the event as well. And then once we are ready to roll on the floor, we'll have a couple people on the floor, and I'll tell you what to do then, but we'll do a couple activities and a couple of drills. About 10-15 minutes into the evening, we'll then go into a karate class for just a bit. We'll talk about what to do in the maze, how to do it, and then we'll go right into the actual event. For the actual event, a couple things are going to happen. We're going to have one person will need to be a bathroom runner. We always need a bathroom runner. I don't know if we're going to be using the Super Kicks bathroom, or we may be able to use one of the other restrooms in this shopping center, which is going to be my goal. I'll let you know as soon as I know there. So one person will be running children back and forth from the restroom. I want to get somebody on pictures as well. We're going to have someone that will do pictures because I want to get as many as we can of the evening. We're going to have someone that is, if it doesn't rain, we'll have a couple people outside that will do games. We'll have different stations, and the kids will rotate from one station to another, so we can do easy games and then just rotate until they get to the point where they're ready to come in. In the maze, for the actual ninjas, there's a couple of things. Number one, this is the longest list for being in the maze. Number one is this. Make sure you are in regular clothes or karate uniform before and after the ninja maze. I do not want the kids to know, if at all possible, I do not want the kids to know which adults were in the maze as the ninjas. I think it adds a lot more to the excitement, the allure of being able to come and fight a ninja and not know who the ninja was. The other thing is this, make sure that you keep the maze moving. That is going to be the biggest challenge as far as being in the maze, is trying to keep a good pace for kids coming through the maze, giving them a chance to have fun in the maze so they can get to do a couple moves and then get them back out of the maze before they sit there for the rest of the night. So as the kids are coming through, a couple things. Number one is don't talk. That's the toughest part of trying to get them out of the maze, is if they are dragging their feet or going too slow and you can't get them to keep moving, you may grab them by the wrist and get them to the door. After they've been in the maze, if they drag it out for more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes, they've been there too long, it's time for them to go. The other thing is we may and most likely will have some duct tape. The duct tape, you can tape their hands, their wrists together, and you can tape their feet together, but that's it. We don't put tape anywhere else because I've seen other ninja nights done, not here, but other ninja nights where it's gotten in the hair, not a good thing. So make sure you only do wrists and feet. I don't want glue on their clothing either. The other thing is, when you do the tape, if you do duct tape anybody's wrists or feet, what you want to do is this. You have a couple people working together, one person catches them by the hands, and once you can hold their hands, you can then go into, the other person can help tape. Just be ready to turn your hips sideways so they can't get a good clean shot to your groin if you're holding them. The other thing is, when you hold the tape, when you finish with it, rather than just peeling it, tearing it, and taping them and going, at the end of peeling the tape, scrunch up the last piece of it so that when you're in the dark in the maze, you can find the end of it to start peeling again more easily, rather than having to find where the edge of the tape is scraping along the outside. You may use a shield in the maze. If there's a lot of kids coming in fast at you, they're throwing the punches and the kicks, you're allowed to use the big shields to protect as well. It's completely optional either way. There may be a person on the end, on the outside, to catch kids as they're coming out. If we have a couple try to come flying out of the maze, then we'll potentially have someone on the end to catch them and make sure they don't go running into the wall on the side over here as well. Tailor what you do to the kid that is in the maze, which means this. We're going to have the kids announce themselves before they come in. The kids will say, "Ninjas, my name is so-and-so. I'm not afraid of you," and they're going to come in. If they say, "Ninjas, my name is," and you hear them crying on the outside, then that means you want to be a little bit easier on them, stay back a little further, give them some leeway. If they are nervous, then as the kid comes through the maze, you want to be behind them. That will encourage them to keep on moving. If the kid coming in the maze screams, "Ninjas, I'm going to kill you," in that case, you want to be in front of the kid because they're going to chase you out of the maze. It helps keep them moving more effectively and more efficiently rather than getting stuck there. If you're behind an aggressive kid, he's going to turn around and come right back for you. If you are in front of a timid kid, the kid's going to stop and stay back, and he's never going to leave the maze. You may use a noodle in the maze. As you're in there, if you want to use a noodle to fight him, you can hit him on the top of the head or to the body. Anywhere is fine. Sideways, straight into the legs. Just be careful not to hit sideways on the face. I don't want to risk hitting them in the face or mouth. We only make contact with hands, with their wrists and their feet. We're in a dark maze. Let's be realistic here. We're in a dark maze with kids. We got to make sure that we are as professional as possible. It's got to be perfect. So that said, only gripping the wrist or the feet, that's it. Watch out for kids turning around at the very end of the maze trying to come back through, so have someone somewhere near the exit so that when they get to the exit, as you turn around to go back in the maze, they don't turn around and try to come up right behind you again as well. And again, if they don't leave within a minute, 2 minutes, you may grab them by the wrist and escort them out of the maze. Use if your eyes have not adjusted yet, you can use the noodle to find things as well. You can hold that noodle and use it as a guide, like a blind man's cane. After you've been in the maze for just a little bit, though, usually your eyes will adjust enough that you're going to see great. Just remember, the kids coming through, their eyes haven't adjusted yet. For the most part, there have been many, many ninja nights that I've been in the maze where I just stand against the wall, I let the child walk past me, then I sneak up behind him. Ton of fun to do. I will say this, I say only touching hands and feet. You are allowed to tap them on the back of the shoulder to try to startle them and get them to turn around and put their guard up. Make sure you're using lots of funny karate noises while you're in the maze, jumping around, doing your moves. Obviously, we're not going to hit the kids or push them in any way, but you're allowed to do your moves. How close you are to them when doing your moves is determined by how afraid the kid is. If the kid is terrified, stay back at a distance. And remember the good ninja rule. The good ninja rule is whoever is closest. If the kid screams for a good ninja, is the good ninja. As soon as they scream good ninja, whoever's the closest, you could come up to them and then put your hand out. And I say no talking. You can say good ninja. Just disguise your voice as best as possible for the event. And then that is the majority of it. That should be everything for now. I will see you guys in class. I'm sorry for such a long video. If you have any questions, please let me know ASAP. I'll talk to you soon.